Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham latest news and update show, The Breakfast Club, for Friday, May 2nd. Yes, I'm not alone either. I am not alone. I am with the lovely Ken Warren.
Welcome home, brother. Glad you made it home.
Jesus, what? This is terrible. Jet lag is the real deal, my friend. Jet lag's the real deal. How are you?
You're telling me.
Oh, yeah. Like you don't know traveling hours. Oh, man. I'm so good. It's good to be back. Good to be back. It was just a long flight to get back. But happy to be here with you and shooting shit a little bit. Sorry, I should probably, yeah.
In Wrexham for promotion and now home to celebrate.
I know. Just kicked out. So I said it's going to be last watch along of the year. And, obviously you had the last one, but I had to come home. Things happened. You got to go home.
Did you just get home because you wanted to do the last watch along and you were a bit scared?
I had I got come pick me up. Yeah, had to do it, man.
And if you actually watch my watch along, you shouldn't have been that scared. It was okay, but it's not as good as you.
You did a great job, my friend. It's not. I just admit it's not easy, right? It's not easy, right?
Yeah, we were chatting before the show, guys. I had a technical issue, and it was meant to be the game on my TV up in front of me, so I could keep my eye line like that. Couldn't get it working. Had it on an iPad down here, so the whole time I was like this. And so you got a beautiful view of my forehead.
So good. Anyways, thank you for coming in. Good to see you, my friend. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe. Please subscribe. We are on we're not going to stop growing throughout the summer. We got a lot of stuff to do. Let's go to 3,000. Going to hit that up, and let's get this over 100 for the likes real quick too.
I might just take care of that light behind me. I just realized.
Do your thing. Do your thing. He's got his golf shirt on, all the stuff. And while you do that, go over and subscribe to the Global Pundit. We'll be doing lots of stuff for the Global Pundit over the summer too. Please subscribe. On our way to 1,000 for there too, because we're doing the Club World Cup on there too. But it's a lot of people coming in. John Merrill's here. Evening. Oh yeah, there you go. That was pornographic almost.
That's not my golf shirt. That's my Pebble Beach golf shirt, Josh.
At Pebble Beach. You got to wear.
And my Pebble Beach hat for today.
You got a Pebble Beach hat on, and I got the Kill Tony hat on. I see Marie from SoCal's in the house. What's going on, Marie from SoCal? How are you? She can cut her peas by now. That's awesome. I'm so happy you're doing okay. Anyways, Ken, have we not caught up a little bit? Ken, that was a man boob grab, says Matt Hings. There you go. It was he's got I'm pulling it back.
This is a G-rated show, guys. G-rated
show. Although it does say Kill Tony. If you're not watching Kill Tony, go watch Kill Tony, by the way. Lots to talk about. Lots of I feel like I have just blinking lights of Wrexham. Like things are popping up. People are coming out of the woodwork. It's just everywhere.
Well, this week has just been, people have just been Wrexham this, Wrexham that in promotion. And I get that. They've missed a couple of key points that have happened this week. So the relegation teams, to all of our League One people that watch us out there, unfortunately for Crawley Town, Bristol Rovers, Cambridge United, and Shrewsbury, League Two next year.
Deuces, right? Is that what deuces means gone, or deuces I'm out? They're out. Right. I
always just thought that was victory, but anyway.
Victory!
And this is actually a little bit offensive in countries.
I went peace, though.
Peace.
Yeah,
yes.
Peace, yeah.
Didn't Richard Nixon do that or something in one of his speeches? But anyway.
You think I know?
But what that meant for those four teams was the team that survived relegation did happen to have a couple of guys that we know.
Oh, talk to me, Goose.
Well, Burton Albion survived relegation.
Yep.
So that's Dad Bod, Jordan Davies. The ex-Wrexham players did the job, helped Burton do the job and stay up.
Job done. There we go. Job done. Love it. Hey, good on them. Good on them. And now we have the playoffs to contend with, which is great. And we don't have to worry about it. And we're going into tomorrow against Lincoln, and it's fancy dress. And I did see Matt Al's outfit. I won't give it away, but he did send me a message. And I did see it. So fancy dresses tomorrow. So lots to do, man. Pat, go ahead.
I was going to say the playoffs, Josh. The playoff permutations. Big words now.
I know. Can you actually like spell that?
Permutations. PERM.
In American.
EATATIONS.
Hey, give it to him. There you
And that
go.
might be wrong. I'm not too sure about the EA in the middle, but anyway.
Can I try? Can I try?
Go.
Permutations. PERMEATATIONS.
We did the same.
Yeah. We're right. We're right. That's good.
Well, Hip Karma's correcting us.
Oh, of course you. Oh, God damn it! You're fired, Hip Karma.
Why you got to make us look dumb, Hip Karma?
Yeah, permutation.
We can do that all on our own.
Yeah, she had autocorrect on. I love it. We do good here. By the way, I'm going to get to this chat right here. Pat Ogden says, I have a gut feeling Rob's mentality is go for it. They will continue to improve infrastructure. In either case, the Parky will be given the means to make a run. Rob's not going to let off the gas. Yes, I'm going to hold that one, Patrick. I'm going to put a star in it. I'm going to come back to that because we're going to shit talk for about 40 minutes and then talk about football in the last 20. But yeah. Sorry, you were saying something important.
Well, I mean, I guess just covering off League One, the fact this weekend, like the results can make a drastic difference to who gets the home and away in the playoffs between Stockport, Wickham, Charlton. Then in that last sixth spot, it's Leyton Orient and Reading fighting for that last position.
Who's your OZ dollar on?
Well, my Aussie pesos. Although we seem to be catching America quite quickly lately, but that's a whole nother story.
That's a different
we have actually, and on that, we have our national election today too, which is quite interesting. And a certain gentleman who is the leader of the free world has had drastic influences on that because of the way we view that. But who cares? Moving on. So I think that both Leyton Orient and Reading will win tonight, and therefore Leyton Orient will make the playoffs.
By tonight, you mean tomorrow. By tonight, you mean in the rest of the world, you mean tomorrow.
I already know. Well, see, got to remember, I'm a day ahead. I already know the results.
You do.
Ring me for the tips.
Yeah. Just the tip. Yes, please. Okay. So
there's that. But then there's also between Charlton, Stockport and Wickham are on 84 points and Charlton's on 82 points. Mm-hmm. All three of those teams could finish in third.
Yep.
Which is obviously that home final for third place is really important. And the team I wouldn't want to be playing right now is Stockport.
No, I think Stockport's going to be. I think Stockport's my pick. Stockport's my pick.
How's that for a story though? If Stockport go up, because they've been our nemesis.
Yeah.
Which stopped us from going up a couple of times.
Yeah.
Well, once in the National League, and then we've gone up and then they've gone up. So we'll see. But I don't care which team comes up. I don't. Like, a lot of people are worrying about who comes up with us. Obviously, about hopefully a team that's not as good as us, which means it's a better chance of us staying up. I'm not even worried about that.
Yeah, who cares? That's not
bring anybody on, Josh.
Yeah, bring it. Doesn't matter. We're going up. We are going up. Yeah. Football and the circus. Actually,
my favorite video this week.
Yeah, was me.
No, it wasn't, Josh. Sorry.
So selfish. Yeah.
Was Tommy.
Oh, God, Tommy did great. Tommy, I'm so mad at Tommy did great. He almost got to sit by a car, but Tommy's video was awesome. It was the best one of the year.
It was really cool. Yeah. Just the emotions in the fans. Courtney was on there, who does some stuff with Matt on Racecourse Ramble, who you had on with Welsh Techie. That was a great show. Close second.
Courtney never came on here.
No. You had Matt from Racecourse Ramble.
Oh yeah, Matt on here. Yeah, I've had Matt.
And Welsh Techie. Yep. And that was my second favorite show.
It was good. By the
way, because of Welsh Techie and the bow tie.
I know. By the way, happy birthday to Welsh Techie. He's only 38.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I love. Happy birthday, Welsh Techie. Happy birthday. No, Tommy's video is great. I don't know why they didn't film us almost getting hit by a car, but that's okay. Maybe next year they could film us doing that, which is great.
Just the emotion in some of the fans that he hangs with.
Yeah,
was
he literally
the guy in the pink shirt with the cigar.
So good. So good. It smells like going up. I mean, that was so good. That was my favorite video for sure too. I mean, there's been so much to talk about. Everyone's having to go. In regards to like who we're going to sign next year. Talking about Paul Mullen and Mullen. Parkinson said like they're going to be here for the preseason. All this thing. Talking about who we're going to sign, like, okay, maybe it's not going to be Vardy, but it could be Johnny Evans, who's 38,000 years old. I don't think that's it. I mean, I don't know. It's so good, man. It's so good. We're in a good position, and I think we should enjoy it. And I got the shit kicked out of me. Cricked out of me? Whatever, when I was like talking about, I hinted at the fact that someone had mentioned to me, Greg, that like, do they do what they did with maybe with the Leeds manager and get rid of Parkinson? I was like, oh, that's not what I'm saying. I said, I'm just trying to create the conversation. I'm not saying that, but there's so much to talk about. So much.
Yeah. And what an off season we're going to have.
Oh yeah. So I'll tell you this. Yeah. Sorry.
Lots to chat about. Plus I get to watch it. I get to see our team in the flesh.
Allegedly. Yeah. Hasn't been confirmed.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm itching for official dates. I need to book accommodation.
I know. Ken's got to go to his motel -6, and he's got to be there with the magic fingers because he likes to sleep with a little bit of vibration on his bed. Trust me, I know. And it's got to be circle, and it's got to have satin red sheets. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. Magic fingers.
Okay, this show's gone a bit sideways.
I might be jet lagged. I might be jet lagged.
Hip Karma's with me. She needs to sort out hers too.
I know she does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Should we get into some official business, or should we keep bullshitting?
I don't care. Let's do it. Yeah, let's get into some official stuff because I have 45 minutes of time to do a show, and then I've got to do what I do.
Do what you do. Okay, so I'm going to start with some official business. There we go. Official business. Here we go. There we go. Look at that.
I love it.
If I'm being honest, I don't even know what the word consolidation means. I'm going to start right there with my guy, Rob McElhenney. What do you think of that? Going into this last game of the season, the martini match. Going into this, he's still saying, we're not stopping, and we'll talk about tomorrow's game, about what we think is going to happen too. But my guy, McElhenney's like, what do you want? What do you want from me?
We've finished dinner. We've had dessert.
Yep.
Now do we want a coffee? Do we want a martini? Another cocktail? A brandy? What do we want?
What do you want?
And what do we want? We want to start planning for the championship next year to have another crack.
Yeah, have a crack at it. They're going to do it.
They're absolutely, like, the numbers, the financial numbers say we can afford to have a crack. Mm-hmm. And whether we do it or we don't do it, we'll be trying.
Yeah, he's going to try for it. Why not? I mean, everything he's saying is like, well, our goal is the Premier League, and all the detractors and everything. And listen, everyone wants egg on our face, right? Even this year, like, ain't going to happen. And we didn't know it was going to happen until it happened. But like, I love what that is. I love what he's saying. I do. I absolutely love it.
If you could timestamp a date for watching YouTube shows the week after we got promoted every year, National League, League 2, League 1. Yeah. Every single one says, oh, yeah, but the next league is tough, and it's different in the next league, and it's different in the next league. And don't get me wrong, this is the biggest jump that we've had so far.
Yep.
From going from League 1 to the Championship, and the biggest jump is from the Championship to the Premier League.
So can I give you that on that note, on that bombshell? Hold on. Here we go. On that bombshell. Here we go.
Players, if Wrexham are playing against Southampton, you've got England, you've got 2, 3, 4 30 million pound players. Yeah. I would imagine at least half a dozen. They'll probably bring in 6 players. They'll probably bring in 4, maybe into the starting 11. 4 starters. No panicking. There's no overhaul of the squad. But I just think that it's going to be a tough season for them because the step up is massive. You've got teams like Southampton, Ipswich, being down a million players.
Leicester.
If Wrexham are playing against Southampton, you've got England.
There you go. That's what's gonna happen. It's status quo. It's like, you're gonna get your ass kicked. They're gonna get down. It's not gonna happen. That's gonna be the status quo.
Yeah, and Foz is right. Like, the 3 teams coming down out of the Premier League are already locked in. Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton.
Yep.
And they have parachute payments when they come down. The question is, when those teams come down, for those teams is some of the players in those squads want to stay in the Premier League and will try and get transferred.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they have a lot of money to go buy other players.
Yeah. But hey,
we've got money too.
We got a little bit of cash. Got a little cash to spend. And we got the, we got a little bit of this, got a little bit of that, got a little bit of this.
Actually, Josh, this is more important than this.
I know, and I think we've done it really well too. And Carol on HR says Blackpool poached one of our academy kids at 16 years old. It's Cam. Okay, he's 16. That's great. That's okay. It happens. But
as long as they didn't get Ashfield. Just saying.
Yeah, Ken would cut his own ear off. Oh my God. By the way, Matthew Hings has said you're straight comedy, which is awesome. Do you think we'll get the Foster into the scout squad? Would be on point. What does that mean, Foster?
Well, he's thinking using him like a scout, like as in for recruitment.
It's podcast. He's a podcast. He's like me. It's podcast. He's not a podcast. You gonna go scout kids? What are you gonna do? He's gonna be a football manager. Be like, yeah, that guy's good. He ain't gonna do that. That's too much work. And Pat says, Ken, exactly. Why doubt now? They will just keep doing what they're doing and work it, and it's working great. Absolutely, I think it's working great. And by the way, we still have one game left to go. All the talk about next season, all this stuff. It's so good. I feel like we're on the high, and we can. When can we come down? When do we do the keep sell? Sorry, we're going to do a keep sell. What am I talking about? Keep sell.
2027, Josh.
Okay.
When we're in the Premier League, that's when we come down.
Yeah. But we are going to do a keep sell loan show with all.
Don't even start with me.
I'm doing it. No, I'm.
Don't even start, Josh. Seriously.
Why you gonna ask me? What did I do?
No, you didn't do it. You didn't do it.
Okay.
But the usual jump on the bandwagon, Wrexham YouTube getting for click shows this week.
Yeah.
Some guy, and he's probably got a very successful channel.
Probably better,
does a show on who we're going to sell, keep, loan, and then he's talking about and he goes, I don't even know who this player is, and he's doing it on the fly and looking at them on transfer market, and that's fine, but he's like, Harry Dean, never heard of him. He's like, doesn't even know the youth academy, the youth guys. He doesn't know who's in what part of our squad, and he's like, whatever. Yeah. We will do that show, and we will do it properly.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this right now. We are, what is it, May 2nd, 3rd for you at 1:50. We're going to do a keep sell loan. Keep sell loan. Yeah, we're doing a keep. I can't even get it right. I am totally gassed. Keep sell loans coming up in the next probably 10 days. So it'll be fun. And I'm not deep diving into. I'm not deep diving into when their contract's up and all the shit. We're going to go straight up just on gut instinct only, rolling the dice, bang. I don't want to know about he's got 6 months left. It's 100. I want to go keep sell loan just on gut appearances too. So we're not deep diving with numbers. We're just going to go straight up.
We don't need to deep dive. We know.
We know.
Because we've watched this team all year.
Yeah. We've watched all goddamn year. Matthew Hing says, I've been hanging out with the community, hanging with the boys this week. It feels like it's our vacation week from all the stress. It is a vacation week. I mean, tomorrow. Yeah, what do we got tomorrow? We got a game day build up with you? I mean, are you going to, you ready to rock?
It's my last one for the year. I'll have to do good. I'm trying to think whether I've got anything that I can wear for fancy dress. Let me see what I can come up with.
Okay, good. Please do. I have nothing. I'm living out of a suitcase these days, so I have nothing.
So Josh is coming on his birthday suit, guys.
I am.
He's going to do a Welsh techie.
Yeah, I am not. By the way, just look at it. I have a 80s thing going on in the background.
I've been watching that in the background. I've seen Footloose, Flashdance. I've seen a whole Saturday Night Live. Seen a whole heap of things. It's cool.
I put it in the Discord. It's like an hour and 50 minutes of the best bits with music to it. It's my favorite thing I put on all the time. John Merrill says, I can't wait for Ken's reaction when you say Ashfield in this keep sell loan. Oh dear.
What do you think I'm going to do, John? What do you think I'm going to do with Harry Ashfield?
I think he's going to go cotton wool. He's going to he's going to keep him. He's going to sell them and loan them all at the same time. And it'll all come back.
He's not. No.
Yeah. I love it. I think he's on year end. Matt Boswell. Morning, boys. What's going on, Matt?
That's down Melbourne, I think. Yep.
Melbourne. Yep. Pat says, Josh, you bought a ticket. Ride the ride. We come down when the ride stops. Well, listen, we're on the Gravitron and we're ready to rock and roll. Wayne's also another Aussie right there. Use same playbook this year. Buy it in summer. See where it goes by Christmas and buy what we need in January. You never know. Dare to dream. Dare to dream. I will say this. I've said this before. Go listen to the Mark Maron interview with McElhoney. Like 7 years ago, he did. I will learn a lot about Rob McElhoney. Trust me.
I'm just going to tell John Merrill right now.
Go on, do it.
John, you're wrong.
Oh no! Really? That's where you're at? You want to read it out to everybody or no?
Well, John thinks I'm keeping him. He's saying Parky's going to loan him, and we'll see a grown man cry on this show live. Wouldn't take that much to make me cry. All that would take to make me cry is that Sarah would say she doesn't love me anymore.
I know that's hurtful. That's like, that's yeah.
And I know it's not going to happen.
I know. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Heart. Will it bring it up? Hearts emoji? Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't. No, it used to for me.
Yeah. It used to right there. It used to. Jason Smith says, looking forward to no stress tomorrow. I had enough this past week. Laugh out loud. Me too, my friend. Lots of stress. Jason, good to see you, my friend. All right, moving on to some topics because it is we could totally do like a mess of a show. But this is another quote that came out today. Parkinson, Mulls and Ollie will always be legends at this club for what they've done. They were under contract next year and they'll be back in preseason ready to go again. There you go. I mean, just making news after news, right? Just quote
from Phil. Wow.
From Phil. From Phil. What do you think about that?
Well, that's an interesting statement, but I'll give you this will be my only for the keep sell loan. I'd keep Mulls and give him a good proper preseason and give him a crack next year as probably be an interchange striker.
Yep.
But I wouldn't do it with Palmer. I'd loan out Palmer. If he's not going to be sold, then just loan him out. Okay.
Should we add buyout to that? Buyout?
Oh, yeah.
Loan. So loan, right? Sell. And we should do a buyout in there too. We'll do that. We'll add buyout. Should we do buyout?
Yeah, buyout. Yeah, buyout. I was trying to think of something else like give them an Uber Eats job or
gardening leave.
Demo them. I don't know.
Gardening leave. Listen, that could be just for public, out there too. Yeah. I was there 15 feet away from them on, watching them celebrate. They enjoyed themselves. Whatever's going to happen.
Just remember, everybody, on Mulls and, I guess, if I take Parky's word, Palmer.
Yeah.
When we were in League Two, Marriott couldn't get a start.
Yeah, Mace. Yeah.
And then in League One, he was our guy until he got injured.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I mean, to even start planning and thinking what we're going to do, that's why we'll do that keep sell buy in like a week or two. But look at where we were at last year at this time, and what the turnover was. So there's a lot to discuss. I cannot wait.
It mightn't be a week or two though, Josh, because do we want to do it before the club release? Club will probably announce their retained list next week.
Okay.
Because they'll do that because they can. As soon as you're promoted, normally the following week the retained list comes out.
All right, we'll do that. We'll figure it out. We'll do a time. We'll do a time.
Loan mullet to me. I'm putting that up.
There you go.
Yeah. Loan mullet to Manchester United. Well, I don't know.
They're going to win the Europa League.
So bad. Would you want to go to a club that's going so bad, Josh?
They're going to win the Europa League.
So what?
Oh man, Happification, by the way, says we were here at Happification. I'm a little worried about what Rob posted yesterday on X and the comments. People are not aware the EFL champion is a war zone. Happification, it is a war zone. He knows it, but you know what? Sometimes you got to break the mold and believe.
Go back 5 minutes into this show when I said, remember, first week after every season, all these people are saying, "Oh yeah, but next year's going to be tough."
Yeah, it will be tough. It will be tough.
It's always going to be harder the following year, but we've adapted and improved and moved on.
I'm going to put 2 movies in front of you. Rudy. Okay. Put Rudy on your radar. And I'm also going to put
my favorite.
I know. Right. I'm going to put Rudy on your radar, and I'm going to put Field of Dreams. And don't stop. I'm going to put those 2 together. I'll even play the music. If I could play music with this without getting dinged, I'll play so much music. Free Pug Show says late but here. How you guys doing today? I am, how do you say this? Effed. I am absolutely jet lagged off my nut. So it's just all over the place, but, I'm so happy to be. I'm happy to be with y'all. Ken is my emotional support crutch today.
I'm here for you, brother.
Yeah, I love it. Steve Barton, what's going on, dude? How are you? Got your messages. Good to see you, my friend. Is Amir or Josh speaking a slight Welsh accent? I don't. So, but if I could, I would. Does that mean look left, not right? I don't know.
Is that why you're getting hit by cars?
I know. Again, Tommy and I almost got leveled out by a car. Literally leveled out by a car. I'm not kidding.
But hang on, you said you had this huge spider, and it was about this big.
The spider was big. Ken lives on a farm. Free Pug Show said we're going to make a push next year for back to back. Yes, we are. And Ken said, Carl Davies says, will the tactics change for the new season, or should we stay the same? I can't. We got a lot to do. Depends.
They will not change. They will not change for the next few years. They don't need to change.
Yeah.
The quality needs to change.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We'll
figure it out. Maurice's and Hoosiers, by the way. Oh yeah. R.I.P. My man Gene Hackman. John Merrill says 100% we get both newly relegated first clubs, as always happens. He's talking about, you guys will play. You'll do that. And Jess, what's going on? Jess, I think you're new. Have you seen her before? I have not. Have you?
Maybe new. Hey, Jess.
Okay. Hey, Jess. Where are you watching from? Sorry, Ken. Go ahead. Apologies.
No, you go. I'm good.
No, you know us. You go. Go.
Okay, Josh, you're right. I'm seeing many new Wrexham podcasts show up on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. And that's great.
It's great.
I'm all for that.
Yeah. It's really good.
Keep the quality coming like it happens here at the TLP.
Well, I don't know if this is quality. This is kind of like quantity.
Oh, Josh, this is so much quality. I didn't say it was really good content, but it's quality.
Yeah, it's quality content of the. Yeah. How do you?
It's entertaining.
Yeah. What is the number one rule? Shoot the rehearsal, entertain first, and we'll get to the rest later.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Don't do that. Absolutely no. But Jess, welcome in. Matt says the episode shows just how happy we all are. We'll figure it out. Absolutely, I agree with you. Also, too, just on that note, welcome to Wrexham, season 5 on the 15th. Watch-alongs are doing for those on the local pundit. We'll be doing that. Get ready. I'm excited to do those. They will be live on the night of their going on FX for me. I apologize. I gotta make it easy. If I start adjusting things like that, it comes out here and there. Ken will be like, Ken's hair will grow back, for God's sakes. I
already told Josh. Josh knows this is the one show I don't watch because we get it a day later.
I know. Well, you can come hang out if you want.
Yeah, then you spoil it for me.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fair enough. Glenda Bursey, what's going on? Hey, Glenda, how are you? You've been first several times. I have heard on 2 different championship podcasts by different people that Wrexham way of playing will suit the championship more than Birmingham City will. Oh, shots fired.
Yeah, John's in trouble. They could go straight back down.
I know. Should we get the super chat in? You want to get it? Go on.
100%. Chris, legend. Great job all season, guys. Will we see you on Welcome to Wrexham? Watch this space. I predict the danger equaliser goal in the 3 FA.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know.
But Brian Swarberg did wear a TLP hat.
Did you see that? What did you think of that? By the way, thank you, Chris Phillips. We love you. Absolute legend. We love you. Thank you very much. Everything that goes in goes right back into creating the show for y'all. What'd you think? He looked good. He looked better than I did.
Awesome. Like what a legend. Like came on, you did a great interview with him, 3-parter, and then he's gone and said, "Josh, I'm here for you, brother.
Yeah,
I'll wear your hat.
I'll wear the hat." Yeah, I saw them. Have I said this? I saw them on the pitch. They were talking to Millie, right? I was in the cop and I was hanging the flag with John Mills. Well, again, I'm gonna talk about his fucking shoulders. Sorry to swear. Pam. Pam was my mother-in-law. He had the shoulders. We're sitting like this. I see him. I have the flag up, and he sees me. He's with Thayer, who is the COO of More Better. He's got the hat on. He goes like this, right? I'm like this. And I was like, it was great. It was like hey, man, it was so good. It was so good to see him in the hat, man.
It was like your eyes connected across the room, Josh.
Oh, and I just got, it was good.
It was a bro moment. It was a bro moment.
It was a bro moment. It's totally bro moment. But yes, he did wear the hat. Absolute legend. But Matt says TLP is always his number one. We try. We try to be. We shoot for 75%, not 100. If you're 100%, yeah. We don't want to be there. Free Pug Show says, "Hey, what's in the background, Josh? I've seen the Thundercats, He-Man, and Transformers. Yeah, that's just like an '80s like flip clip that I have in the background. I put it in. Yeah, I put it in the Discord. Ken's feeling like he's 30 years old again. I don't know.
No, I was a lot younger than that.
Yeah, Free Pugs, good to see you. I'll put it in the Discord link. But Chris Phillips, thank you for that, and Steve Barton, thank you for the legendary what are they called? Gifted memberships. Awesome.
All year, Steve. All year. What a legend.
Absolute all year. Okay. I love that Brian Swarberg represented TP such as a historical day. Absolutely too. Absolutely too. On that note, so we do have a game tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. I want to ask you this directly. Who's this? Who is it? Why are we getting trolled?
He's got keys. Get in here. Anyway.
No, he's trolling. Get him out of here.
He's researching. He's already deep. He is elbows deep in research.
He is. I was going to say a B word deep, but yeah, there you go. He is so deep. How you doing, Aaron? I want to get your thoughts on the nostalgia tomorrow. I don't think Parkinson's going to do it. He's talking about assessing in his talk today. He's talking about assessing players that might have injuries. I think it's going to go very strong 11. I don't think it's going to be an unchanged 11, but I think it's going to be a very strong 11 for tomorrow.
Well, I think the comment that you put up just earlier about Palmer and Mullen being here next season means he doesn't have to play either of them tonight or tomorrow. Yep. But I think you're right. I think we'll see some changes. J-Rod definitely won't be playing. There you go.
Yeah, J-Rod won't. He got injections in his foot.
He's been having injections to finish the season, which is why he's lost a yard of pace. And don't get me wrong, he is an older player now, and you can see he's got the talent. When he had the chance to make that break, and you could just tell he didn't have the speed to get there.
Yeah.
And he literally, there was a close-up shot of him and the frustration on his face. And in his mind, I could see what he was thinking. He's thinking, 5 years ago, I would have toasted these guys and scored that goal.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're going to have one, by the way, as you say that, I think we're going to have one big signing. Like, holy. I think so. Over the weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But well, put it this way. Every signing now is pretty big. We're starting to get to the pointy end.
Look at that. You didn't know that I had like the Italian eyebrows that can go up.
Check them out. Holy dolly.
Yeah.
You'd have to do weights to lift those eyebrows.
I know. Well, we have to connect to my, there you go. It's my, sorry. Yeah, I think every signing, you're right, it's going to be massively huge. Yes, and Wayne, you're the official TLP ambassador for Down Under. Ken, not so much. We'll see.
Wayne's coming to the games. He's coming to at least one game.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
We've already been chatting.
Okay, hold on. I got told I was saying your name, Duffett. David? I said David. It's Duffett. He's at Wrexham, USA. Nice hat. I'm off to see KC Rocket tomorrow.
I'll put a hyphen in there and call him Die Fed.
No, it's Duffett. I know.
Yeah.
By the way, you got to. So I'm going to put this out there to him. You have to come on the show. He runs Wrexham, USA. I talked to him. He's a good dude. We got to bring him on here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
He's so good. He's so good. Nice hat. I'm off to see KC Rocket tomorrow. I don't know who KC Rocket is. Sounds like a porn star. And Steve Barton, another 10 local pundit memberships. Thank you very much, Steve Barton, my friend. Steve Barton, you better call in tomorrow, my friend. You better call in tomorrow. So what else? So what did I miss? I'm all over the place.
I know. I'm in, but so
You're talking
Wayne,
about J-Rod. You're talking about J-Rod.
yeah,
Good.
I'd love to see that tomorrow, Wayne. I'm with you.
Do you have a starting 11 for tomorrow? Where are you at? Where you
Oh,
at?
starting 11?
Yeah.
Okay, well, AO.
Never heard of him. I don't think so.
Yep.
I'm kidding.
Clearwood, Scarborough, same back.
You would. By the way, it's
Yeah,
David. Yeah, David.
David. Thanks, David. McLean, definitely because he's captain. Longman still. In the middle, I go Rathbone, James, Ashfield.
Rathbone, James. Okay. Yep.
And then I go Marriott and Smith up front.
You play Smitty.
Yep. Yeah. He's earned it.
Yeah. Okay.
Give him a chance to get a couple more goals.
Okay.
And then I have Mullen on the bench. Comes in. Fletcher still on the bench. So there's our two strikers on the bench.
Yep.
And then I'd have who else makes a bench?
Mendy.
No, Barnett makes a bit pretty much unchanged then once I've done that. Barnett's on the bench. Lee's on the bench.
I'm starting
and if Lee starts, then Ashfield makes a bench.
He's not gonna. Parkinson. He's not going.
I'm resting Dobbo. That's why I'm saying I've left Dobbo out. He's resting Dobbo and J-Rod. They're the two that are missing out from our most recent starting 11.
He's not going to he's not going to disrespect the disrespect. Oh, goes over.
Excellent. Now I'll get some semblance. Yeah. Do it again. Yeah, do it again.
Oh, thumbs up. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I definitely wasn't flipping you off.
I'm gonna balance it out. Hold on.
Hey, brother.
How we doing, guys?
I'm gonna balance this out. There you go. Oh, damn, I'm gonna balance this out. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Just got home from work.
What's
Saw
that?
you guys were on here running your yappers, so
Well, you want to
hop on and run my yapper too.
Yeah, we haven't talked yet. By the way, Leap and Sarah's here, just so you know. So what the dating app has just started. Just so.
Oh boy,
Awesome.
here we go. Okay.
Aaron, put your thing down a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's on me. That's on me. Before you go, absolute ledge. Thank you, Steve Barton, for the local pundit membership. Thank you. Thank
We've
you.
already said all the smart stuff, Aaron, so you can say whatever you want now.
Good. I can say whatever.
Thank you, Steve Barton. Thank you, Steve Barton. Oh God, there you go. Oh man.
She likes Luke.
Wow.
Aaron, you want to sharpen this up a little bit? Sharpen that pencil. What we got going on?
Sure. What's yeah? I mean, what we talk? We going through our starting 11s for tomorrow? Is that what?
Well,
we're doing?
he was talking about starting 11. I was.
Well, Aaron, he asked me. So, what do you think, Aaron?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, unchanged 11. Why would we change?
I would not be surprised if he goes.
There'll be changes. Not many, but
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I would assume there's a couple. I could see. Okay, realistically, I could see Smith starting because I'm sure he's got some sort of. I mean, you got to think guys are going to want to get bonuses. So goal bonuses, Smith scoring, he's going to want to play. You know what I mean? So but now a guy like
real quick.
Yeah.
Can someone check and see if Smitty can get the golden boot in the chat, please. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I think it's a long shot. Let me check. I can probably check. But
No, you
anyway,
don't. You talk. Let someone in the
I'll
chat.
try. All right, somebody talk. Somebody chat or in the chat find out. I will. No, I think he'll play. But now I could see a Revan in for. I could see a Revan in for McLean. Yeah, I could see something like that where it's a guy that we've tried to get in and we want, one of the younger guys that we want playing and we want to get him some minutes. I think it'd be a good chance for that. I think, I could see making a couple changes, but I wouldn't see. I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll change the back three. I think the back three will probably be the same.
He could bring O'Connell back, but I don't think he will.
Why? Yeah, I mean, there's no need to.
On that,
I'd let Scar play.
No, not after O'Connell talks to Aaron.
I tell you
Straight
what,
up.
though, on that, I think that's where Dan Scar might be Brandon's actual father when I saw that six-pack.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be. He definitely did. Brandon did get that six-pack from me, that's for sure.
So we didn't talk like privately, and I know we're private right now.
Right. Well, yeah.
No one here. There's no one here.
Yeah, everybody stop listening for a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk privately, everybody. Everybody out of the chat.
Out of chat. What did you think about you talking to O'Connell, telling him that you love him?
Oh, that was fun. It was funny because I wasn't even sure if he'd hear me, so I just figured I'd yell. I figured I'd just yell something stupid and see what he'd say. You know? I thought it was funny. No, it was funny. It was a good time. Good time.
That was great. But he said, "Who's that guy?" I said, "Oh, it's Aaron." Yeah, it's Aaron. It's that guy.
That's so good, man. That was funny.
Marie from SoCal said Smitty is tied for third with 18, leaders 21. Dude, John, you don't even know. Yeah, but John, you don't know your goddamn stats. What the fuck is wrong?
John's just trying to stir the pot.
Yeah. Free pug show, cone of silence. There you go. It can happen.
John's just hoping that they get like 4 penalties this weekend so that their guy can score some goals. Because he doesn't score any from open play.
Yeah.
They spent $15 million on a penalty taker. Yeah, Stansfield. That's how Stansfield
Right
gets
actually,
goals.
And to be fair, a penalty player that's going to be playing in the championship. So
yeah, I mean, good on I'm just messing with John. I'd love to have Stansfield on our team. He's a great player.
He's great. He's a decent player.
John,
listen, there's not very many chances that you can stick the knife into Birmingham, and so any little opening I can find, you got to take it. You got to take it.
John, I will take that bet. If Stanfield scores 5 goals tomorrow, I'll wear a Birmingham shirt for 4 matches.
Oh, wow.
No, for the full year.
I make my bets.
Ken could be our Birmingham correspondent.
So if he scores 5 goals, I'll wear a Birmingham shirt for the first 4 matches of the season. And what are you going to do, John, if he doesn't? It's on you now. You put it out there.
He's going to crap his pants. Matt Hing says, in all fairness, John can be cocky. Yes, they walked the league.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Stanfield is second with 19. He scored 19 goals this season. That's crazy.
And there's like 17 of those are penalties.
Yeah. Not bothered by him scoring. I want the 11. That's pretty good. That's good. That's fair on him. He wants 111 targets. He likes one.
Obviously this is a Wrexham podcast, but honestly, 111 points in the league. We did it in the National League, but they did it in League One. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Here's the deal, though. Those ones could be L's next year. So, and on that bombshell, the final whistle is Mark Griffiths is in the chat.
The Velvet Hammer's here.
Yeah, the Velvet Hammer is here. Hold on 1 second. Do you think he can? I'm going to drop a link. And this is for the Velvet Hammer. If he's around and he wants to come say hi, I don't know if he will.
If he wants to come say hi, I got a little boy that would love to talk to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yes.
Actually, I can make that happen.
You've got to say hello,
by the way, please clarify that. That sounded really.
Oh, no. Okay, so for those that don't know, Brandon and Mark are like best friends. Okay. Brandon made some bracelets at the beginning of the League 2 season, little rubber bands bracelets that kind of match the team's kits. Yeah. And we sent some over to Mark, and so before the games, Mark would be sure to show pictures of them on Twitter. So Brandon loves Mark. So
Brandon, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Brandon is a legend. Yes,
he is a future Wrexham player.
He is a future Wrexham player. Absolutely.
Not Millwall or Rotherham.
Yeah. Or Rotherham.
You guys are gonna get me killed by Millwall fans next year.
I've been to Millwall. I know how bad it is.
By the way, Brandon is a legend, says Mark Griffiths. By the way, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. The chat is chatting. Where's the link? Hold on. Here's
It's up high. We'll do it again.
There you go.
And
I'll do it again. Here's the link. It's right in the chat, Mark. Right there. The StreamYard link. I'll just send them here. You know what? I'll do it this way. I'll text them. Let me text. I'll text them to you, John.
Steve Barton, another 20 memberships. Now, guys, if you're getting these memberships, make sure in the chat you're thanking Steve. He's done it all year. And I'm telling you now, there is going to be value in these memberships going forward. So you will want to keep them, because starting in this off season, we're going to make it totally worthwhile for you to be a member of the TLP.
Yeah. Just hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to message.
What's Josh trying?
He says he sees it. He's
got it, Josh.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to watch you keep going away.
Okay.
So just wait. Just wait.
Oh, wait. I can figure it out. I can do it. I I love it. Yeah. Where is the link? Okay. You got the membership thing. Thank you. Okay. Fine. There you go. You got to go to Brandon now. If he's going to come on, you got to go to Brandon.
I just text his mom. He's outside playing soccer with his brother right now.
What soccer?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Soccer, football. Sorry.
He's in training.
Sorry.
He's
in
Training.
Yeah. Tell him 20 push-ups because you screwed up.
I screwed up. I'll let you tell. When he gets in here, I'll just turn it over to him.
Aaron, do we want to let the secret out? Let's get a little bit on recruitment here. Do we want to let the secret out about how Brandon's football's going and who he's training with?
Okay.
Hey,
well,
buddy.
we don't. That none of that's official yet. So we're still we're working on that. We got we're trying to get him into an academy for one of the local teams here.
What do we need to do?
Anyway, so we're working on it. We'll get in. Oh, there's.
Hey, Zed.
Hey, now.
He can't hear you. Let me take my headphones out so they can hear
Take
you.
your headphones off. Let's say hello to the boys.
You get a full display here on the local pundit. We just go all pear shaped.
Oh yeah, all pear shaped for sure.
Can they hear us now?
Shut that door for me.
Can you hear us now, boys?
Yeah, they hear you.
Yeah. Me and they were just now working.
Okay.
What
do you think? Let's get promoted, guys. Hold on one second. We have someone
We
coming
just
in.
have
Hey, Brandon, there's somebody special getting ready to come say hi.
I'm guessing it's Mark Griffiths. I don't know.
Oh, do you think it could be?
There's no camera yet. Hold on.
We can talk at least. Bring him
Hold
in,
on.
Josh.
He's coming. Hold on. I'm waiting for his video to come in. Go ahead, guys. I'll bring him in.
All right. So anyway, tell us what you're doing.
So we were just working on Zayden's punts and me taking it to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Zayden's a goalkeeper, so.
Yeah.
And how's the punch going, Zayden?
Yeah. Let me see it. Let me see if I can. One second. Let me see.
Good.
1 second.
Here. Let
Mark?
me move.
Hold on.
Let
Mark.
me move, and you guys can sit down.
Hello there. Hello. Hold on. Wait a minute.
It's about that time.
Say hi. Oh. Hey, Mark.
Hey there, Brandon.
That's Mark talking to you.
Hey, Mark.
Hi. I'm afraid that I can't. Hang on a sec. Firstly, my video won't work. I don't know why. I'll have words with it. Oh, hello.
Hey,
You got it covered up. Ah!
Hey, Mark.
Yes. I've got the bracelet on, my friend.
There he is.
And I also couldn't hear properly because I had two YouTube windows open, so the original stream had an advert for the University of Wisconsin on or something. Man, that was weird.
Makes
How you
sense.
doing, Brandon?
Good.
You're playing a lot of football now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. What position do you play?
I play like all over the pitch.
Oh, quality. Nice one. That's always the best way, isn't it? Learn all the positions, and then when you get older, you'll know which ones really suit you, but you can do them all anyway. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I was a goalkeeper because I couldn't kick the ball properly. I learned just before I stopped playing in goal, Brandon, I learned that if I ran off my line and really shouted loudly, then it didn't matter when I dropped the ball because everyone else would get out of the way because they didn't want to get hurt by me. That was my greatest skill. That was, mate. I tell you.
So can I? So how did this all connect here? How did this all connect? By the way, David, I saw you in a second. I'll bring you in. Oh, you just popped out. When you second, how did this all happen here, Mark? I need the backstory here. I need the Mark Griffiths like Velvet Hammer version of this. I love it.
Well, it was your dad, wasn't it, Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting in touch, and you were getting in touch and sending messages as well. And I was thinking, these people, they sound like good people, they do. And then the next thing I know, you're sending me fantastic bracelets in the post. Man, it must have cost you. It did cost you a fortune. And then this music afterwards. Oh, that guy, you can wear that one in the shower. You can wear that one during a nuclear attack. It'll still survive. That is so solid. That. Look at it. Look at that. Oh, it's fantastic. So I used to send pictures, didn't I, before the matches? I have to start doing that again. I used to send pictures, didn't I, on social media wearing my bracelet. And there's one with Ryan Reynolds in the background. And I was hoping you'd be able to see that it was him. But yeah. So, right, I need to start putting those pictures up again. I wear my bracelets to the matches. And they're bringing us good luck, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Wow. What a team we are. Man. Happy days.
Oh, my.
I've watched Wrexham since 1978.
1978.
Just after the American Civil War ended. That isn't it, Brandon, I think? and
We
we've
learned
been
that at the
terrible.
University of Wisconsin.
That's right, yeah. And we've been rubbish since 1978 until you guys came along and you started sending me wristbands, and all of a sudden we're the best team in the world. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
When do we think that Brandon we can get him into the academy over at Wrexham? I mean, he's and Z for the goalkeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goalkeeper! Oh, good man, excellent.
Yeah.
We'll have to sort something out, won't we? Yeah, you'd have to live over here. That's the problem. But if you live a certain distance or length of time traveling from the club, then you have to stay. They have people who let the youth players stay in their houses. So that's the tricky part. Maybe it's best, sort of like play for an MLS team, set a few world records, and then when Rob sees you nutmeg Messi, you'll be on the phone going, you're like, darn it, that 13-year-old guy just nutmeg Messi. I'm going a couple of years into the future, I reckon that sounds good.
Well, as long as the flex capacitor is there, we're good. We have it all sorted out. Yeah. Did you guys? I know Brandon and Z. Did you guys listen to Mark's call for us going up on the weekend?
No. No.
No. Mark,
we were at a game. We were at a game. Zayden had a game. So
How'd you go, Zayden?
We lost. It was like 4-2.
Oh man, that's all right. I'm saying
no centre backs let you down, mate. I'm telling you, you had a good game, but no centre backs. Gotta have a word with them.
Mark, I didn't get to. So Mark and I spent about 4 hours at the house. I was like jet lagged and hungry, and I never asked you. But we're gonna be dubbing on the second too. I think you know him as well. David is also from Wrexham. I think you guys know each other. I'm gonna crowd the whole thing tonight. David, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. He runs Wrexham USA. Yeah. How you doing?
How's it going, mate?
You know Mark, right? You know Mark Griffiths?
I mean, loosely. I mean, you know Andrew Higgins better than remember Andrew Higgins?
Yeah, Higgins, absolutely. Yeah.
We got you to read out
as well.
yeah. I actually played for him in keeper for him in Oakland a couple of weeks ago, actually, with the team he plays for up there. But we got you to read out some, we'll say, unsavory tweets. We didn't think you'd read it, but then you read it out as you read it out loud as you're reading, and you're like, oh, we quickly moved along.
I have no standards, don't worry. If you guys haven't worked that out by now.
Well, welcome to the local pundit.
Don't worry, we can bring you down even further, Mark.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I wanted to ask,
I got a low bar.
Yeah, well, you got to at least you got to walk over it. I wanted to ask Mark too. I think I asked you in the weekend. I know you didn't get down to the pitch, but you know you expect. What did you feel about? What did you think about us going up and obviously like doing something that amazing? What was your inner process of what was going on? What you saw?
It was just remarkable, wasn't it? Really. I don't know. I mean, I think the key thing I keep thinking, I mean, this is genuine history. No club has ever done this. Teams in the amateur football have, consecutive promotions. Nobody in professional football has had 3 promotions in a row. It's astonishing. And I think that's the thing that keeps coming into my head. Plus the fact that we've already set the club record for the most points in an EFL season. And 1 point tomorrow, we'll have 90 points in an EFL season for the first time ever. I mean, those are all, remarkable stats. We've had, I'm sorry to go stato with you, but I guess that's the way I get it into context. We've won 26 league games. I think I'm right on this. If it's not right, it's roughly right. We've only won 26 league games 6 times, including every season under Parkinson. Oh, no,
really?
No. 25. If you won 25 games, we've won 7 times, including all 4 games of Parkinson. And then I think it's 3 out of 5 when we've won 26 league games. I mean, that's just insane, isn't it?
That's insane.
Wow.
Just remember, everybody, 70% of the time, Mark's correct 100% of the time.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. And the other 30% of the time, I'm pi r squared. Well, at least pi.
David, you run Wrexham USA. I know you. I think it's your first time on the local pundit, right?
It is. Yeah, you've been on ours first time. I mean, long time watcher, first time, whatever this is called.
And you're from Wrexham. So how long?
Yeah.
You want to give a little back? Have you been listening to Mark for how long now? And
I mean, it's too long. I'm kidding. No, I mean,
exactly.
Mark's been the voice of Wrexham since forever. I mean, before season 1 came out, and me and I've mentioned him before, Andrew Higgins, because he was coaching down in Torrance at the time. We went to the bus tour when it was in a couple of different places in LA, and it was because the show hadn't come out. We were still knocking about with Americans that didn't even know, that Wales was a country. Never mind, they're about to see Wayne and Mark and everybody on the, in their living rooms. But seeing the coach there and all the footage of the season had just gone on, before the season, before it all came out, and just hearing Mark, like you could 2 city blocks, you could hear the commentary from Mark blaring. It was, but yeah, I grew up in Wrexham. I was trying to figure out the other day my earliest memory. Mark might know this actually. When did Andy Marriott break his?
Oh, he'll know.
His fingers. Was it 96 or something?
Was it when he broke his jaw?
Oh,
and Mark
maybe
Cartwright had to come in.
You know what? It was his jaw. I was thinking. Can you remember one time he had tubes on his fingers because he might have just broke it in training? But when he got stretchered, remember when he got stretchered off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the Price Griffiths stand for that. I don't know what year that was, but that's one of my. It's one of my earliest memories. I mean, I remember losing to Chesterfield 1-0 and crying. Then Princess Diana died. I remember that one of my earliest memories of crying. Anyway, too much information there.
I mean, not many people have made that connection. And yet now you got me thinking about it,
Mark, it's probably to Mark's shoulder to his left. He has. I was in there 48 hours ago. He has all of the not the fanzines, like the game day
programs
and programs right there. I'm sure he would have whatever game you say that game on 20. Yeah, it's over to right there. Here you go. Active movement right there. They're all right there.
Oh,
and
God.
you say the name and the date, and he will pull it out, and you'll have it by memory. It's right there. Look at that, boys. That's so good.
Wow.
I'll have a look, but I need to say something about that. Yeah. I'm genuinely not a collector of programs. It's just that, certainly in the EFL, if you do commentary on a game, usually the club will give you a program. Mm-hmm. Plus, my dad would always get a program. He'd never look at it. And so I just thought after a bit, I need to rationalize this, so I don't set out to collect them. but I've accumulated a heck of a lot, and I just thought I've got to tidy up, so that's why I put them all in the boxes. Honest.
So I've just found it actually, because I'd
Nice.
forgotten what he broke. I was picturing it as being his hand off fingers, because I remember him having tubes on his finger. It was 96, and it was against Barry. It was 1-1. The game ended.
He broke his jaw. Dave Riddler went in goal because we had no keeper, and Marriott wanted to play. It was a midweek game, and Marriott wanted to play the next Saturday with a broken jaw because he said he'd read about inflatable hockey goalkeeper masks. So how will an inflatable mask stop you from damaging a broken jaw? Crazy. And so we played Mark Cartwright, who actually, he was an exclusive, is coming along to Wrexham on Wednesday to be a guest with us at our end of season final whistle weekly party.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Amongst others. And Cartwright came in and basically was amazing. And once he got us through the first round of the cup, because Colwyn Bay, amateur team, totally outplayed us, but Cartwright was brilliant. And then Marriott came back in, and Cartwright, we got to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. That was that season, and we lost to Chesterfield.
Yeah.
And I saw was that Lexi then asked, "Are broken jaws common in football?" No. I would say no. Lucas, sorry.
Yeah.
You got kicked in the face, if I remember correctly. Is that right, there?
Yeah, I was in the press Griffiths. I was too. I remember it being the evening and raining. I don't know. Yeah, obviously. I mean, I was thinking he broke his arm, so I'm not going to remember how it happened. But I'm sure he got kicked in the face.
But Lexi says, my husband heard you and wants me to say hello to you, Mark, says Lexi. And be careful, Mark, just so you know, Sarah has a thing for Ken. I don't know. Just want to point that out, that Sarah has a thing for Ken.
Yeah.
You know, so we got.
Are you pointing it out because she has stalking potential, or?
I just think that they have there's like a online thing going on here. Yeah.
Don't do anything, Mark. She has a boyfriend.
Fair enough.
Hello. We're gonna go.
You're gonna
boys.
Guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice
See ya. Bye.
Have to
Bye,
commentate some of your
Bye.
games one day. See you guys.
Don't let your dad back in.
Bye,
Don't let your dad back in. Don't let him in. Oh my, David, you weren't at the game, obviously, but you are a season ticket holder, or no?
No, Jamie is.
Jamie is, okay.
Yeah, season ticket holding days are over, I think, unless I get on the list ASAP.
Yeah. Well, how do we get season tickets?
Mark will know better than I do. I mean, I had the opportunity to a couple of years ago. Just I didn't because I'm stupid.
Mark,
I could be wrong. Oh, by the way, Tuesday, 29th of October, 1996, Barry. You're quite right. There it is.
There it is.
Happy days. And as you can see, Barry had Michael Jackson playing for them, which is quite the coup, isn't it? Really.
Must have had. Did he wear just one white glove in goal?
And
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Did anyone nutmeg Michael Jackson when he was moonwalking?
No.
Hey, sorry, I'm not to hijack this thing.
Put your camera down a little bit more. Put your camera.
Oh, yes.
So we can see your face. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah, just get all my vinyl, all my footy boots in.
Yeah.
So, we were on. I was on a chat earlier with Shay and Spencer Harris was on it, and it's been everything just happened so quickly, and everything's just been so normalized that I've not had much of a chance to really take a step back. Actually, Josh going over and it being his first experience and me being really happy for him to do that made me super nostalgic. And obviously I was suffering from major FOMO. But I was going back to the times in my mind when obviously my mind is definitely lying to me, but the times where, you heard that rumor that there were, some Hollywood guys interested in Wrexham. And I remember a bunch of us, I remember it just being a couple of days, but Spencer earlier said it was about 6 weeks before it finally got released. But us thinking, it's probably Russell Crowe because of his granddad being a grocer in Wrexham. Can you take yourself back to that? I mean, because actually, I got told that you did know, but all you said was you were not going to believe it. It's going to knock your socks off.
Me?
Yeah.
Right. Apologies if I've said this before, because I think I do repeat myself much too much. But I knew Ryan was one of the two beforehand, but I didn't know who the other person was. And obviously I get lots of people telling me stuff, and you work out which people are reliable and which people are absolutely full of rubbish. There was one guy, seriously, who used to constantly give me stories, and I was always really confident when he said something because he was never right. And he kept coming back and tell me, I've got an inside line. He had a sort of a position, shall we say, around the club, but not in the club. And he claimed all sorts of stuff, including, this lad's left. I gave him a lift to the ferry, he signed for a club in Ireland. He went nowhere. So seriously, he'd give me all these gossip things. And I every time he said something, it was such a relief when a good player, he said, he's going off to Leeds or whatever, which is one of his stories, because I knew the player was staying then. She's 100% reliable, always wrong. But basically, you work out who to trust or not. And from people who tended to know what was going on, the two names for the other person with Ryan that I was getting were Anthony Hopkins. So it was Welsh.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And Mark Hughes, the ex-Wales player who then was, Wales manager and comes from Rwabon, which is about 5-6 miles away from Wrexham. So that's what I was hearing, but I didn't know. And then a guy who was the media manager at the time was a huge fan of Always Sunny, as am I, all our family, before the takeover. Absolutely love it. I'd watched it through a couple of times before then. Every episode, just, let's stick them all on again. And basically, he comes up and he said one of the podcasts was going to leak the story, and so they had to bring the announcement of who the buyers are forward. So they were going to announce it at half-time in a pre-season friendly match. I was commentating, and he says, I'll give you the other name on a piece of paper, but you mustn't say anything. Then at half-time, we'll have announced it, you can say. And I looked and it said Rob McElhenney, and I just thought he was a big fan of Always Sunny as well. And I just thought, he's sitting in the back here. Yeah, very funny. Ha, ha, ha. He's like, serious, it is. I'm like, we're the only two people in Wrexham who know who Rob McElhenney is. Very funny, very funny. But anyway, when he didn't come back by kickoff, I'm thinking, this is weird, because he's going to get me to say it on air. This is a really elaborate sort of practical joke. And when he hadn't come just before kickoff, I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's true, because he still hasn't come up to correct it. So I announced it. I wasn't the person who announced it first, but I said it and it was true. But I knew about Ryan Reynolds, but I didn't know it was Rob, and I was so thrilled when it was him, because I'll be honest, I hadn't seen any Ryan Reynolds films at the time. I have now. Always Sunny. Oh, I love it.
Well, see, growing up, watching growing up, I'm like 38 years old. I was definitely an adult when it started, or at least close to it. But for me, Charlie Day, if it was a British sitcom, Charlie Day for me was always the Welshman. Like, he would be the Welsh guy on the show. Like Josh and I were, when we were at COSM, when was that, last September?
November, December, yeah.
Yeah, like, he's the one I definitely got. He's the only person I've ever asked for a selfie with, because I've never done it with Rob or Ryan or whatever.
You asked me for one.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, you.
He asked you for a mugshot.
You get a pass though.
Yeah, I asked Mark for one. We had a great photo in right that room right there. Yeah, right there.
Josh, I believe that when you posted that selfie, really, you were standing in front of the beautiful scenery you wanted to take a photo of. But
yes, here you go. Oh my God, this unraveled quick. No, this unraveled.
The velvet came off.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, I thought we were going to do like actual stuff today. Well, this is even better. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is great. Mark, by the way, great show this week. I loved it. It was awesome. Are you traveling down tomorrow morning or tomorrow? I don't even know what time it is. Yeah.
Are you going 8:45 in the morning?
Are you feeling nostalgic tomorrow? Are we going to have a Mullins start tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. We've seen what Parkinson said today.
Well, I had this is what you're referring to. I think let me see. I'll bring it up to touching buttons here, Mark, on the local pundit as we do. When
this is when it all goes pear.
It's right here. This is what you're talking about, or no, not that one.
Yeah.
Or this one.
Oh, hang on, or maybe He was saying about they're still under contract and they'll be in preseason training with us.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That's the one
So-
we're referring to. Yep.
I've got to be honest. I don't think Parkinson's someone who's going to pick teams out of sentiment anyway. If I'm honest, I there may be some changes tomorrow, but I don't think there'll be huge changes. I suspect. But
If
like
you, had
I
to
said,
tip
if you
one
say-
if you had to tip one change, Mark. Actually, no, not if you had to tip it. If you could make one change, what change would you make?
I'd be in goal.
You're gonna pick
You wouldn't have
yourself.
to register me. You know.
Yeah, I would do. Yeah.
I love it. I
It's
love it.
fancy dress day, so I'll just turn up as a goalie.
That's a good way to get out of it so you don't offend anybody.
Robbie says he has to play Mullen. I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to respect the league. I don't think he's going to do it. Yeah. I that's what I'm thinking. What do you guys? I don't think so. I really.
Yeah, I think you got to think. I mean, you've got guys like you've got Smith and Rodriguez. I'm sure they both have, clauses in their contract for goal bonuses and appearances and all those things. It's you have to think about those kind of things when you're picking your team. So I'm with Mark. I think he probably stays pretty on pat with what he's been doing. Maybe a couple of the young guys. Like I said earlier, maybe we get a Revan or maybe an Ashfield or something. One of the young guys possibly just get time. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't expect big changes. I wouldn't think.
I could be wrong. I've got no inside info on this whatsoever.
And we would never ask you to disclose anything that if you couldn't.
I don't you worry. My ear is as far from the ground as Alpha Okonkwo's is when he's jumping in the air. But if I was Sam Smith, I would be pointing out that if I score a hat trick, I could be joint Golden Boot.
That's right.
Why am I not
Yeah.
playing? For example, I don't. In a way, the integrity of the league doesn't matter because Lincoln have got absolutely nothing to play for. They can go up one place. Nah, it's not like the Premier League where every position is worth millions. So, but having said that, I don't know what he's going to do, but he doesn't seem to be the bloke who picks teams to be sentimental to me.
Tom, I agree with that. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I was going to say, Mark, I don't know whether you can reveal this or not. If you can't, just say can't say anything. Do you get to travel to the games next year and commentate in the championship?
I will still be commentating, but as I'm right now, I could get better this wrong. I've had it explained to me. In the championship, under the Sky deal, there's a lot more games shown live.
Yep.
So whichever territory that will be in, they won't have my commentary. So I'll still be commentating as I understand it on all the games. But if I understand correctly, if in your territory, wherever you are, the game is shown live, we are not allowed to stream it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
However, the other change is that at the moment, and I think purely because I think the EFL don't fully understand what they've got with iFollow, they're behaving like an organization that organizes football competitions, not like a streaming channel. And I can't help feeling, I said this to you, Josh, and they need to look at what streaming channels do and change their app and their conditions accordingly, I think. But anyway, that's a different matter. But I mean, I think I'm right, aren't I, that if you're not in Britain, you can't have audio only. You can only have audio only in Britain. I think I'm right. But that will change next season because we're in a championship. So if there's a game, say on Australian TV, then we draw Essendon in the Commonwealth Cup, and then then the audio commentary will become available in Australia for that day. If that makes sense.
So I guess then my fun part of this question then is the follow-up. Have you looked at the championship teams next year, and have you got a game that you're really looking forward to going to?
This is going to sound mad, but lots of them, for the simple reason that when I was a kid, fair play, my dad is wonderful, and we go to all the Wrexham home games, and we go to some away games if they were fairly close, but they wouldn't, anywhere a bit more distant. We didn't go to. We just go to a football match, any match, and because of that, I've before I started covering games, I've been to a lot of football grounds. It's like the program thing. I'm not deliberately setting out to join what they call the 92 club, people who've been to all the
92
professional football grounds. But I'm close just by fact of I've been going to all these Wrexham games. But by weird coincidence, the teams that weren't local to us and who Wrexham didn't seem to come across, a lot of them are currently in the Championship. So all of a sudden, from sort of years and years of I might go to 1 or 2 new stadiums, suddenly this year there's at least 8 that I haven't been to, or 7. No, I can't. There could be 7. And then there's also Swansea. I've been to their old ground, which was an entertaining dump. The only place where I've seen a commentator get punched in the mouth by a fan. Seriously. He was a Welsh international as well, but he played for Cardiff. And as he was walking up the steps, a bloke just randomly stepped out, just punched him. It was like, oh, well. Fair enough. So I've only been to their old ground. I've never been to the new one. So Swansea's a new one for me.
Oh, that's good. And Welsh Derby.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ipswich, Norwich. I've never been to Leicester because these teams just haven't been in our league and they're a bit far away from my dad to be taking. Sorry? Southampton, Portsmouth, haven't been to them either. No.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. Portsmouth's very atmospheric / ramshackle ground. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Well,
John Ireland.
Yeah. John mentioned in the chat a long way back up the stream now, typically the promotion teams will play the relegation teams in the first round. Like that's common that the relegation teams that come out of the Premier League will play the promotion teams coming out of League One in the Championship first round.
I don't think so.
No.
I'll have a look at some
if that was the case,
it's all just random.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well maybe he's wrong, like his 8 goals. But I thought, wouldn't that be great to be playing like Ipswich, Leicester, or Southampton in the first round?
Oh yeah. I mean, some people have. I can't remember who it was who said it, but I think they're right.
Which one?
That when it comes to, we're bound to play on the first Friday rather than the Saturday because we're going to be such a big story. I think they're bound to be showing us, and then likewise our first round of the League Cup. They'll be able to do the sort of Wrexham back in the Championship, put them on live on a Friday, and then they'll probably in the midweek say Wrexham against some little League 2 team, Wrexham with the Giants now. So I bet we'll get a couple of early live ones there, I think.
I mean, I love how we're going to go up and beat the Giants. I mean, that is crazy. What do you make of Rob and Aaron? If you have something teed up, go ahead to get it around.
No, you're good.
What do you make of Rob saying that he basically he's like they want to go for it next season? There's no consolidation. What do you make of Rob having that?
It's exactly what I expected and totally correct as well. The way I look at it, I didn't understand it last summer, and I'm not one of life's sort of crazy optimists. But having said that, I just didn't get why people were saying consolidation. I just didn't understand at all. Partly because they were not going to be settling for a consolidation if we started losing games. Mm-hmm. We said, we demand better. And then also because Rob and Ryan haven't come in to consolidate, have they? They haven't come in to say, okay, we're ahead of schedule. Let's slow it down. You don't do that, do you? And likewise, Parkinson isn't going to say, oh, yeah, let's try and not win all the games, lads, because we're trying to come 10th here, not second. So it was just daft. I'd be shocked and a bit annoyed if it was the other way around. And he said, no, we'll settle. We'll settle for a year or two. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
What is that?
Yeah. Sorry.
So is the chat there? Go on. Which one do you want to bring up? I can bring it up for you. Which one? Sorry, this one right here? No.
But anyway.
Well, while you're looking, Josh, I've just started to get up the opening weekend season games, and I'm not seeing any promoted against relegated games.
Okay,
I'll keep looking.
Okay.
Yep, that's all right. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Well, are you going on Sunday to the ground, Mark?
I don't know. Possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Spend the
I've
fiver.
not got a job there yet, so I might go along and
Yep.
sort of
Enjoy the day.
Got to get through Saturday. Get through. What? I think tomorrow's gonna be a really fun atmosphere. I'm sorry I'm not going to be there, but I'm really jealous. But yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've seen, have you, the pictures from our last Football League game before they dropped down? Oh, just Adam Cruz. Yes, Adam. I follow in the Championship, definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw that then, because a lot of people are asking that question. It's absolutely there is. No, our last game in the Football League before we got relegated in 2008 was at Lincoln, coincidentally, on exactly the same date as tomorrow.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's
and
weird.
There's a big fancy dress party. It was mad, typical ironic sense of humor.
Are you dressing up, Mark?
Now, I like that idea, but I haven't had any real thought on what I would do.
Yeah.
So any suggestions I'll gratefully take.
Last year, I wore Lederhausen on our show.
Oh, no.
I did last year. I don't know whether Josh remembers, so I've got to come up with something different this year.
You do. This is what they're saying. He was just what difference 17 years makes. Wrexham return to Lincoln City will be a lot happier the experience. May 3rd, 2008. Said goodbye to the Football League and at Sinsil Bank. Am I saying that correct, guys?
Yeah, Sinsil. Yeah,
Sinsil Bank. There it is, right there. And now look where we are. So that is that's what the reference is to. Are you going to be wearing a fancy dress?
I'm like I said, give me a suggestion if I've got it upstairs.
Get into the chat.
It can't be clown. That was last week. The clown suit was last week. So
what are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Did you actually
leak?
If you go back, Mark, Josh did a quick pre-show before the game. He was out near the turf, and there's a guy there dressed in a clown suit.
Oh, there were a few in front of me. There were quite a few who had like clown hats on, sort of thing, or clown wigs. I don't know why I'm doing the international gesture for wigs there, but
what is a leek? I know what a leek is for food. What is
that's right.
Okay, press leek, like a press leek.
Associated with Wales.
Okay, fair enough.
Might be a lagoon. Who knows?
Superman. You want to go to Superman, Mark?
It's got to be. I'm going at 8:45 in the morning, so guys, it's got to be something I can get my hands on here.
Yeah. Can you go with Aaron? You're gonna go as Aaron.
Yeah, goes me. He goes me. Or goes Brandon. There you go.
Yeah.
Goes Brandon.
Got the wristband on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do that.
Lexi's asking you about the pies. I don't know if there's any pies in Lincoln. I don't think there is.
Oh, there'll be any football ground in Britain. There will be pies. But...
There'll be pies. By the way, the pies were pretty good at Wrexham last week when I was there. I was like, I had two. I had a chicken and then I had a beef, but they ran out. Someone told me not to eat the hot dogs. I don't know if that was that. Why is that?
Well, okay. I would say hot dogs aren't traditional football food. It's more something that's come in more recently.
Yeah.
I've never had a hot dog at a football ground game. It's not a baseball game. And it
was my Field of Dreams moment, though, oddly enough. So I don't know. Be right. Someone said, "Don't eat the hot dog." I was like, what is it? What's going on here?
I mean, let's be honest. Patrick says velvet suit and carry a hammer. I might not be let into the ground then.
Yeah.
But I mean, are all hot dogs mostly made up of like cow eyelids and hog anus?
Well,
because ours are in Britain. They are.
I
definitely.
think so. Yeah. Lips and assholes. Lips and
assholes. Just snobbery in it in that case.
Lipsticks and assholes, or that's what Ken's made out of. Sometimes. Oh my! There you go. Oh, sorry. I'll give you one for Sarah. They sell hot dogs in jars over there. That's why. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
Well, super excited now. I mean, obviously, it's going to be an amazing off season. We're going to see lots of talk about who we're going to try and buy and everything else, and transfers and this, that, and the other. So I can't wait to see. And I mean, our financials from League Two were amazing. I imagine this year's financials will be even better again. So it's going to be an amazing off-season.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. But I would say, in all seriousness, don't panic if nothing's happening in the first 3 quarters of it. It's quite funny. The fans are all, oh, we need players. Look, these people have got players in and we haven't. Oh, yeah, it's because we're aiming high in terms of quality. You know, the best players will weigh up all their options first, won't they? And although we have a lot of pull factors, we are still little old Wrexham. You know, and if we're going to compete with teams at the top end of the championship for players, we're going to have to probably persuade them to commit to us. So, you know, I think we'll have a lot of signings, just like every Seymour Parkinson, late in the summer, maybe even the first couple of weeks of the season before the window closes, because he's going to prioritize quality rather than just get players in for the sake of it. So I do think be patient, but you'll be rewarded. I mean, the classic one, a lot of Wrexham fans were going nuts because they saw Rotherham brought in like about 10 players in the first 3 weeks of the summer, and everyone's going mad. Oh,
you can't see. Now you've thrown me under the bus.
Sorry.
You tell him, Aaron.
So what happened was, for fun last year, me and Ken did some. We did some, you know, we picked a few players, transfer rumors, but we just came up with guys we thought would be good players, right? And so I just went through like some of the best free agents that were available. Yeah. Well, Rotherham signed all of them. So everybody, I was accused of being a Rotherham fan all season this season.
Yeah.
And so there
was a lot of anxiety online, did you see? You know, lots of anxiety. Oh, Rotherham, look, they've got all these players. But quality or quantity. I'll have quality. You know,
you can't get away from your past, Aaron. It's coming back for you now too.
I know. They've already told me that I'm going to be a Millwall supporter this year. Yeah. So,
well, if you're a Millwall fan, I'm glad we're on a different continent. They're scary. I've had experiences at Millwall.
I went to a Millwall game when I was in London just pre-COVID. I'd never seen so many Wrightless.
Yeah, exactly. and they were in the stands, weren't they? Yeah. It's got the reputation, and it is justified. There's a part of me loves it because it's so raw. It's proper working class passion for the game. So, you know, part of me loves it. And I took my son when he was about 10 and he loved it. I mean, the language in the stand. And, you know, obviously, I'm not a shrinking violet. I know people swear. I know people swear at football matches. But good Lord, Millwall fans are proper Olympic standard profanity. I mean, it's just fabulous. But I'll have to go in a sec. But can I bore you with a couple of Millwall experiences?
Please do.
I went
with the Velvet Hammer. By the way, I'll mark it with this. The Velvet Hammer should go as Rex at $10 super Steve Barton. Thank you, Steve Barton.
Oh, and someone asked, "Are you coming to Australia?" Before you ask your story.
Yeah. No idea. I've not been taken on the tours, so I have no idea. Is the honest answer.
Well, if you do end up coming,
I would do.
Look after you, Mark.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been over a couple of times in the past. I was at the first day of the first test match of the millennium at the SCG, which is probably why I always call Sam Smith Steve Smith. You know, but Millwall. I remember the first time I went to Millwall, it was a real. I was going there expecting like something raw, and it massively exceeded what I expected. I bought a Millwall fanzine, a program. No, I bought a fanzine. They bought a striker who was at Everton in the mid-'80s when they won the league. They had Gary Lineker and people playing for them. They were brilliant at the team. And this guy was like the sort of third-choice striker and was good. And at the end of his career, he went to Millwall. Clearly, the Millwall fans hated him. So the front cover of the fanzine. You see, the fanzines were big back then, but they didn't tend to be overly critical of their own players. Too busy having to go at their enemies, you know. But this is a picture of this guy, Wilkinson, chatting to one of the young strikers and saying, "Don't worry, son, the gaffer's brought me in to teach you everything that I know. and a young lad saying, well, that won't take long. And I thought, what's a bit harsh on with their own players? Then I bought a program, and the program, you know, when they have the double page in the program with all the kit sponsors, and every other club is like Wrexham's, it will say Arthur Conco's home shirt is sponsored by Don and Tina from Bersham, and there's his away shirt is sponsored by the Rostochlan Reds or something. And in the Millwall one, seriously, remember, this is where the craze came from, that part of London. And all the messages underneath weren't saying from John and Steve. They were saying things like, in memory of Terry, he was taken from us and he will be avenged. And it was all stuff like that. It was all that sort of thing, you know. To
Dark.
Billy, Billy the Hat. We will miss him. You know, it's all that sort of sheesh, okay. And then in the game, this guy Wilkinson, their own player who they hated, he was a substitute. He came out to warm up during the first half. Here's a contrast of Wrexham. All the Millwall fans are booing him, warming up. I'm thinking, oh, this is extreme. And then their striker got injured and he came on after about half an hour. He's booed onto the pitch. Every touch of the ball, the Millwall fans are screaming abuse at him, their own player. And then he fouled, I remember it very clearly, because he fouled Wade Phillips. It was nothing major. It was not a yellow card or anything like that. And a bloke by me, and that's another thing, their press box was full of Millwall fans. So the press box then used to be really sort of, there's a certain decorum. But in there, people just jumping up all the time and having a go, get on my son, when they're supposed to be reporting. And Wilkinson fouled Wayne Phillips, and the bloke by me just jumps to his feet and says, send him off, ref, send him off. It's like, jeez, he's your own player. What the heck? They subbed him at half time. He comes on with about 10 minutes of the half left, and they subbed him at half time, I assume to spare him the abuse. But it was just insane. And I saw Wrexham playing another game, and I swear, and this is the positive side, we were doing well. And half-time, 0-0. So the Millwall fans are all booing them off and, you know, burning effigies of their players in the stand and stuff, you know, sticking needles in the manager's voodoo doll eyes. And then second half, though, they came out, and the crowd, well, until recently, Wrexham had never really experienced. It was so visceral. You could feel the anger and the desire. And they won 1-0. They scored after about 5 minutes of the second half, but they were just roaring them on. And it just felt, it was a real sort of muscular goal, shall we call it. Winger just charges down the wing on adrenaline, smashes the ball in the box. And they had a big centre forward who tend to score a lot of goals against us for some reason. And he just threw himself at it. Didn't he? There was no subtlety about it. And that's bam, banged off his head, right, flew in the top corner. And it felt like the crowd have just put that adrenaline into them, or they were absolutely terrified of the crowd. You know, and I thought the crowd scored that goal. I've never seen anything like that. It was amazing.
So Aaron's gonna be really pumped to be supporting Millwall next year.
Scary.
I'm I'm on the right side of the pond, so I'm not worried about it. I'm good.
I mean,
I'm good.
There is a reason for their reputation. There was also, about 10, just realised what year it is. About 25 years ago, Millwall got promoted at Wrexham on the last day of the season, and it was an all-ticket game, as Millwall often is, so you can't buy a ticket on the day of the game. And Millwall sold out all their tickets, so a good number of fans without tickets travelled to Wrexham. We weren't supposed to sell any tickets. I'm not sure if we did, which would have been wrong, but I don't think we did. My understanding is that some of these fans managed to sort of break down turnstiles, and they got into what's now the Macron stand. And the game had to be stopped after about half an hour because they just charged across the seats. And people in there were saying it was terrifying. You know, they're sitting there with their kids, and then suddenly there's all these psychos charging, you know, and it was really frightening. And you're thinking, you know, they're going to get punished over this because they're always getting in trouble. But it was a fascinating insight into how to do PR, because they were owned by a guy called Theo Pathetis, who was on Dragon's Den. You have the
Oh, yeah.
Shark Tank, do you? Or
Yeah,
the
Shark
States
Tank.
equivalent. And he was one of the original ones on that. And he came into the press room straight after the game, and he just immediately said, "Well, I'm furious. I'm going to make a complaint against Wrexham because they've clearly sold tickets on the day of the game, and our poor fans found themselves in the Wrexham end. And what were they supposed to do?" I'm thinking, no, they broke into the turnstiles and rioted, and the game had to be stopped. But all the media story was all about Millwall fans putting Wrexham end, Wrexham break the rules, and it was like, man, it was evil genius by him to do that, because the narrative was we got investigated, not them. Clever, I suppose, but not very nice. I saw someone say Millwall sounds like Colombia.
Yeah. Oh, my. I brought it up. So I have a problem sometimes, and I bring things up. I had to read it first, but that's Luke. Luke. Yeah. Oh my God. So you got to be up early for the match to get out there too. My God. Fun to have you in, my friend. It's so good to see you.
Absolute pleasure. I'll have to run, I'm afraid, because like I said, I'm going 8:45 and getting a lift.
Real quick before you take off.
I
want to say thank you so much for making Brandon feel like he knows it. To be honest with you, his mom just, when they took off, she came in here and she goes, "Aaron, he was so excited, he was crying."
Aww.
So thank you so much. He was very. It means a lot for you to do what you do for him. So I appreciate
it means a lot to me, to be honest. I mean, he's lovely, isn't he? And you know, you seem pretty sound as well, to be fair to you. It's just, I can't tell you how good all of this Wrexham stuff is for your well-being. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, how could I not be the happiest man on earth with all this stuff going on around me, you know? And constantly meeting fantastic people like you guys and going on social media and chatting to people. And I'm just the luckiest bloke on earth. You know, I mean, so it's an absolute pleasure talking to people, getting to know people. Brandon's a legend, and I'll make sure I got one of these pictures up in the morning. Make sure I get down there.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mark, for coming in. Good to see you. Hold on.
Absolute pleasure. And as I go, hang on, come on, man.
Oh yeah, Kitty.
There you go.
That's all the podcasting, Cass. He doesn't like it if I'm in here without him. So there you go, mate.
I met all three of them the other day. Yeah, so good to see you. Mark, by the way, we love you, Mark. Keep doing an amazing job. We love you, Mark. Awesome too.
My pleasure, honestly. I will do.
Mark, we'll hear. You'll be in my ear right here tomorrow. I'll try to ask from you, but we love you, man. Enjoy the final game of League One tomorrow.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? I'll sort out some fancy dress. He's molted enough. Maybe I can go.
There you go.
What do you reckon, Laz? Yeah. Right, see you guys.
All right. All right. See you soon.
Mark.
There you go. What a guest. There we go. We got David here. Oh, let me fix your cameras here. Hold on. You guys there. Oh, there you go. But
Josh?
Yes,
I might leave you and David to finish off. I'm going to rock and roll.
Okay, you got to go hit the golf balls, right?
Well, now that Mark's gone, I don't want to listen to the three of you. So
fair enough.
Did you meet David? Did you meet?
Hey?
Did you meet David? Have you met him before?
No, first time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he runs Wrexham USA.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having much more catch-ups. And, I mean, guys, let's have a great finish to the season. I'll see you for the pre-game.
Yes.
And on that bombshell.
See you later, buddy. Oh, we didn't bombshell Mark out. What's going on? All right. Did we cover everything? Oh, my God. Mark Griffiths coming to hang out, you know?
Oh, is David, you're muted, I think. Is he muted?
Oh,
yeah, he's muted.
There we go. Okay. All right. There we go.
You think COVID would teach me to unmute on all the meetings I'm in all day, but clearly not.
No, why not? Well, so have you guys met before, or no?
No.
We have not.
First time I've seen you guys talking. I've popped in while you've been streaming, but no, we haven't met. How's it going, mate?
Fantastic, man. Good to meet you.
Yeah, good. Bumblebees, hi panel, hi chat. Yeah, we've been on for.
Oh, that's my mother. That's my mum.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Hi,
And
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Swine. She probably didn't realize I'd noticed, but I know that nickname. So so you're wearing a Kill Tony hat, but you don't
Yeah.
know where'd you get it from?
I love Kill Tony, but who's the guy you go to see?
Casey Rocket? You know Casey Rocket? The riff master goes across the stage back in two. He's been on the show like a lot.
Okay, I started watching Kill Tony about 3, maybe 4 months ago.
Oh, okay. Oh man, you got so many good episodes. I went to see him when they were here in Vegas. Not to get off topic, but yeah, I love the show.
Oh, yeah. I love my Kill Tony. I love my Kill Tony. Everyone thinks I was in Chester at the very nice hotel. What is it called over there? What's it called? The really nice one, the Grumsfield, wherever the hell it is. And I wore my Kill Tony hat, and it's really stuffy in there, and it was really nice. And they looked at me and they're like, "What are you doing here?"
That's funny. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're big in the UK, but they are playing Wembley, I think, on my birthday. I think June 7th.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Your mom's trolling you, by the way.
Yeah, I saw something. Well, people are saying hi to her. No star, David's mum. No star. She's not going to bed for another 5 hours yet. She lives on American time.
There you go.
Nothing to do with me. It has the fact that I live in America has got nothing to do with that.
I wore that hat in the Grosvenor.
Oh, it was a Grosvenor. See, I'm not a dirty man going to Chester. No, actually, I used to work in Chester. I really like Chester. It's a good city. The people, not so much.
I like Chester. Sorry, let me just take this down so we can see your whole face. There we go. Yeah, I love Chester too. That was great. That was great to see Mark Griffiths come in. Maybe we'll get more of him in here. I don't know.
So, do you want me to tell you what we said? Oh, do I? Okay, so when I went down for the whole Wrexham bus tour thing, the couple of times we've done it, me and Higgins, and actually Nathan. Well, a couple of times we've always shared like a hotel room because why would we get two queen beds, whatever. And so Wrexham were drawing at the time, 0-0, or they had a clean sheet, and we'd made a reference to the hotel sheets not being clean. And Mark just read it out. It was a terrible comment. Well, it wasn't terrible. We thought it was hilarious, but he just read it straight out without actually proofreading it. It was
sounds like that's what Josh does all the time. He reads everything.
I'm friggin' Ron Burgundy for sure. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So, did you guys watch the football shirts thing?
With Rob.
I missed that.
One definitely. I mean, it's a good watch. Some quality jerseys in there, a couple which I own. But one thing that he mentioned when he had the Chelsea shirt was, just how he has that relationship with obviously the ownership over there, and that's one thing that they've done since they came in, like. Just being friendly with, except for Steve Cleave from Kings Lynn, because that man is like an absolute melt. Mm-hmm. But all of the the ties that they've created from day one are just gonna. I don't know if Wrexham are going to become a team that maybe loan more players than what they have done in the past, because obviously Okonkwo was one. But I think it's going to pay dividend. I don't know if they'll do it or not.
It's Todd Bowley. It's Todd
Bowley.
Todd
Bowley. Yeah, the Dodgers owner, but between that and there's Liverpool, Man United just up the street, Man City, the connections that they would have created over the past 5 years. Because in the past, when I was growing up, if you watch the Premier League stuff, so you got Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher on the field when they were playing, they absolutely hate each other. Yeah, but of course now that they appear together on on all the shows they do, the overlap. See, back in the day, growing up, it was unheard of, but also you didn't really want to see it happen. You didn't want to see players chatting after the game, because it made it look like during the game, if they're just mate to the opposition, maybe they weren't trying as hard. But I know one thing that Ryan and Rob have done from the beginning is just build those relationships with other teams, which I think is, I want to say, it's a new way of doing it. There's no way that ownership groups weren't friendly, but they've just done it so transparently.
I didn't put that. Sorry, I didn't put that two together, and you just did for me. I'm like, oh, he's like, and he did specifically say, "I'm very friendly with them." And I'm like, oh, and now you say that, I'm like, oh, I don't want your players. I want your kids. Your loan, your 18, 19, 20, 22-year-olds are never getting in your squad. You know what I mean? That's
potential. I don't know, but if there was a player, if there was a player available, think of the eyes that are going to be on Wrexham in the Championship next year. Like we're gonna be one of the most televised teams going,
sure.
like without a doubt, especially in America. So an absolute melt. It's just a. I don't know what the etymology of that is, but like a melt. It's because the Stephen Cleave's just a horrible, horrible man who owns them. He argues with fans on Twitter or X or whatever, like all the time. He owns King's Lynn. I'm obviously referring to Esteban's comment, but a melt just means somebody who's stupid and just not a very nice person. I can't think of a better way of saying it other than that.
So me, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So there you go.
Yeah, Josh, you're an absolute melt.
I'm an absolute melt.
Yeah.
There you go. Matt Out says top clubs didn't want to loan a first division team players. Now we're championship. We'll get some young folks. Well, I agree with that too. I agree with
No,
that.
exactly.
Yeah. Melt equals idiot, says Thomas Jones.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's Tom. You know Tom. He's from Wrexham as well. He lives in Detroit, Detroit area.
I think I met him.
Remember when we had the live and he like went to come.
That's right.
He went to make some dinner. Dinner real quick.
Yeah. What about calling someone a weapon? There you go. That's a weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Aaron, Brandon's gonna go bed. Tonight.
Dude, he made his little life. So that was a big moment for him. That was fun.
That's good. Well, it's good to have everyone on here. I'm probably going to go to bed soon because I've been up for 24 hours. Yeah. But
I was wondering how you're handling the jet lag.
It's not great. I was talking to David. I was talking to David last night, and he sent me a message. I was like, "I'll read this tomorrow." I'm like toasted. Yeah. But yeah, where did Ken go? Sorry, Sarah. Oh, he's going to play golf. Yeah. But yeah, David, you gonna watch the game tomorrow? Obviously.
Yeah, two of my buddies here in town used to live in Lincoln, so the dad was in the military, and so yeah, they're big Lincoln fans. So I'm gonna get the kettle on. I'm gonna pop around.
Do you before we get everyone on here, do you have a starting 11 tomorrow?
I think it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be, if everybody's fit, which they are, it's gonna be the same. I feel like if Mullin, this is me hoping, obviously, but I think if Mullin was leaving, he would play him tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think he would, but yeah, I just don't want him to go either. So it's head over heart, really. I actually, but head on heart, I want him to stay. I think he can do a job.
Yeah.
So we'll see. If he's happy being on the bench, then we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's been a very strong 11. Aaron, are you doing the pregame?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for everything tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
You'll be able to. You have any thoughts? I don't think it's gonna be unchanged 11 tomorrow. I think there'll be maybe one or two changes.
Yeah, it won't be major. It'll be, like I said, maybe a Revan just to get him some time. Somebody like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
is he still at the club? That sounds horrible, me saying that.
Oh God.
I'm being serious though. I'm not sure. I guess he is.
But it's true. I mean, it's true. We haven't seen a lot of him for a while.
Yeah.
But which is kind of why I think maybe we will see somebody like him, because I think there's a player in there, and he's a hard worker. Mm-hmm. It's just he needs more time. You know what I mean? So this might be a good chance to get him in.
I think he's going to do like a really strong squad. What I think about the Jamie Vardy, I think it's BS. I think we haven't even started. We're going to be attracted. Sorry, we're going to link to players as much as Manchester United this year. It will be nonstop. Yeah, nonstop. What's interesting is that Kayleen Allen was from the Allen family and turned down Liverpool for Wrexham. Yes. He did. Also, she says extraordinary way too much sometimes. But yeah, they've done a fantastic job, and they're going to put their money where their mouth is for sure. For sure. What was the critter behind you, David?
Oh, it's Minu. Come here. Come.
There you go.
Come see me.
Hey, speaking of Man United, what'd you think of the Johnny Evans rumor?
I don't think it's gonna happen either. Hey, look at that dog. I don't think it's gonna happen.
That one to me seems more possible.
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey, Maybe. I think there'll be one signing this summer. Afat says he thinks we'll do 6 4-starters. 6 total 4 starters. Could be interesting to do that for sure.
I mean, that's basic. That's more or less what we did this summer. You know what I mean? So I could see. I mean, you're gonna need some better players. We just don't.
Oh,
I
nice.
mean, we're going up.
Where does Matt? Oh, sorry. Where does Matt Al live?
He's in Wrexham. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I shifted it to Wrexham. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I've got all of them back there, but
yeah. Aaron doesn't have one. Aaron, do you have one or no?
What do I need? No, I don't have one.
You do need one though. That's correct.
All right.
Actually,
okay.
they're almost sold
Fair
out.
enough.
I've only got 2. I've only got 2 types left now. But
Yeah, he's in Vegas, which is great. I am Luke's fathers. Here we go, Wrexham. Here we go. No, it's rolling to promotion, Wrexham. There you go.
Don't quit your day job.
No, if I had one. All the summer talk for Wrexham trade rumors. Yes, Adam Cruz. All right, let's get everyone out of here. But not because I don't want to do this all night, because I think I might fall asleep on stream and I want to be up for the game tomorrow. C. Barton says 5 new signings. David, you got to come back more. It's an order.
Yeah.
It's done.
for sure.
Yeah, it's done.
WrexhamUSA.com. Get your hats while they sell it.
Yeah. No, that was my next thing. Yeah.
I say that because I've had comments now. The last time I wore this one, well, I mean, I wear this all the time, and they were gone. And yeah, I can't get hats from China right now, and we don't need to go into why, but the tariffs are a little, yeah.
How did you get one to Joey Harrington? Just before we get out of here.
Oh, Joey, I love Joey, man. He's a big rival player. I've been chatting to him online since the day he followed me, because as soon as he followed me, I was like, say when Jeffrey Dean Morgan followed me, I was like, oh god, some Pacific Northwest guys, because I'm Welsh, but I lived up there. Yeah, I just messaged him right away, and I just said, "Go Cougs," because obviously he's a Duck.
Yeah,
and we just chatted ever since. And
good man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. He's been posting your hats all the time, which is fun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's kind of cool. He's a nice guy.
All right. Well, yeah, go follow Wrexham USA on X, and you guys put up shows as well. But I'm gonna force David to come on a lot more over the summer and for next year too. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Aaron, you're doing the game day build up show live.
I'll be in
tomorrow. Yep, awesome.
Yep, I'll be in.
And we'll figure out. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll do. I don't know what's going on, Rextra time or whatever. I'm just going to figure it out for tomorrow. I'll do that between now and before I go to bed. Esteban, what an amazing stream. Well done. Thank you. Brief with SoCal. Get better. I hope you're well and good show. Watch out for the Lion and stand tomorrow. Yes, he's going to be going as the Lion, Matt Al. That's what I hear.
That's awesome.
Yep. And then, all right. Thanks for coming in. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the local pundit, Wrexham USA, and the global pundit on all the X and TikTok and all that stuff, because there's going to be a lot more happening. David, you're new to the show today. You got to do it.
What am I saying? Goodbye, no star.
Jesus.
Is that what I'm supposed to say?
This is what happens when we let new people in, Josh.
Oh, and I know that there's some phrase, right?
It's
Oh,
there's
Ciao
some
for now.
phrase.
You're Italian. Ciao for now.
what?
You know what? I think I like that one better. I think I like ciao for now better.
Oh, that's ciao for now. Bumble. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks for coming in. And on that bombshell, we will see you all tomorrow.